The police arrived at the factory early in the morning, responding to Cecile's urgent call. The factory had always been a mystery to the locals, but nobody had dared to question what went on inside. Trucks came and went at odd hours, and there was always a strange chemical smell in the air. But what Cecile saw that night was enough to make her pick up the phone. The officers, armed with a search warrant, forced their way through the metal gates. At first, it looked like just another industrial facility. Conveyor belts, storage units, and machinery filled the main floor. But something didn't feel right. Some rooms were sealed off, locked behind heavy doors, and there was no sign of normal production activity. Then, one of the officers noticed a door that led underground. It was hidden behind stacks of crates, almost as if someone wanted it to be overlooked. When they pried it open and stepped inside, the smell hit them like a wave, an overwhelming stench of chemicals, decay, and something else they couldn't quite place. As they descended into the basement, the dim lighting revealed large industrial vats filled with a murky liquid. Along the walls, metal tables were lined up, each with restraints bolted to its sides. The officers exchanged nervous glances as they moved deeper into the room. Then they saw it. Freezers stacked against the far wall. When one officer pulled open a drawer, the truth of what this factory had been producing became clear. Inside were human organs, carefully packaged and labeled: lungs, kidneys, corneas, even entire limbs. The factory was a front for one of the largest illegal organ trafficking operations ever discovered. People had been abducted, brought here, and never seen again. Their bodies were harvested, their organs sold on the black market to desperate buyers, willing to pay any price. The officers immediately called for backup. Workers inside the factory were arrested on the spot, but it was clear they were not the masterminds. The operation was too well funded, too organized. Documents recovered from the site suggested an international network, one that stretched far beyond this single facility. Cecile, whose instincts had led to the raid, was placed under protective custody. Her tip had exposed a horrifying crime, but it had also put her life in danger. People who run these kinds of operations do not want witnesses. The factory was shut down, its doors permanently sealed. But for many, the discovery had come too late. The number of victims who had passed through those underground chambers remained unknown. Families who had lost loved ones without a trace would likely never get closure. Illegal organ trafficking is a multi-billion-dollar industry operating in the shadows of society. Every year, thousands of people disappear, never to be seen again. Some are taken off the streets, others are lured by fake job offers, only to find themselves trapped in a nightmare they can't escape from. Cecile's story serves as a reminder that sometimes the things we overlook or dismiss as paranoia are actually warnings of something much darker. If you see something suspicious, report it. If you know someone who has vanished under strange circumstances, don't stay silent. These crimes thrive in secrecy, and only by exposing them can they be stopped. What do you think about this case? Have you ever witnessed something that didn't feel right? Let's talk in the comments. And if you want to hear more real-life investigations and shocking true crime stories, subscribe to the channel, because the world is full of secrets, and some of them are closer than you think.